Flux? Are you mining Flux to fluxpools.net? Fluxpools.net is owned and operated by Flux team members, so they have the networks and the miners' best interest at heart. Fluxpools.net also has a dedicated mining program. So the first one is 5 miners each week will win $50 in Flux just for keeping a 95% uptime. This will last an entire year. There's also an uptime loyalty reward program. Weekly loyal miners for those with 97% uptime amount based on hash with a max of 4 Flux per 1 kilosol. And bi-weekly loyal miners will receive with a 99.5% uptime. 1 miner will get 1.7 kilosols for 48 hours. Mine Flux today at fluxpools.net and run on Flux. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Brian Taylor from Barbados. Awesome. What's it like over there? And what's the power cost over there? What's going on with my screen? It's already glitched out. I'm failing. All right, let's do a quick roll call. Click this out of the way. The ad thing keeps popping up. It just wants me to hit the OK button all the time, but I hit the X. All right, so, oh my gosh, right off the get-go, we got Budweiser. Let that roll out a little bit there. Andre 23007, what's going on? HRJ Mining, VQ Max DE. We got Rud Putz, what's happening? Squirrel Master. Dana Mohammed, what's going on? Scrolling through. Squirrel Master has, what is this? Having issues with people in the building that don't live there. So is that like a squatter thing? Where are you from? I seen a show. Sorry, I'm going through this. You know, this is what we do out here. We're all over the place all the time. But I seen a show about like squatters and stuff. And there's like some crazy law. Now, I think that's in Europe or something where it is. I don't think it works out here, but maybe some was in the States. But like if you go on vacation and people move into your house, like literally break in and take over, then there's like a law that protects them from pretty much they owning the house. I don't know. It's something retarded and weird at the same time, but I don't remember where that was, but it's a legit thing. That doesn't make sense. So why would you buy a house if you could just, okay, they went on vacation, it's ours now. That makes zero sense to me. I cannot, get my head wrapped around that. Anyway, let's continue on here. We got Travelers Travels. We got Nobrik Kazik, Everans, Dave Collins. Scrolling through, same thing over and over. You guys are talking away like crazy. The Wicked Jester, Jock McMiner, UK, Ogre MGTOW, 306 Miner, what's going on? Mine Some 10, what's happening? All the Money, 589. Okay, scrolling. Automatic Beats, Alexander Fleener, what's happening? Oh my gosh, it's hard to catch everybody here. I think Crypto Baltus, what's going on? Trying to look through everybody. We got anyone new here? Cobra, what's happening, Cobra? Wicked Jester. It jumped on me. We got Richard D. Osmers. BDD, what's going on? JB Man 2025. I don't see Tech Man. Oh, Mr. Steelio Blocks, what is going on? Tech Man is probably at the casino today. It is Sunday. So we'll see what happens there. Fully Electric might show up at the end of the live stream. I'm just kidding. Or he'll catch it later. Just bugging you, Fully Electric, whenever you do see this. ERT Ted, what is going down? Chia on the board. Nice. Yeah, Chia's still up, actually. That's interesting. Is this USD? Yeah, USD. It's up. What is it in Canadian? 44.48 Canadian. That's definitely still a lot lower than the 2000 opener, but hey, you know what? We'll take it. We'll take anything we can at this point. Now, crypto looks like it's backwards on its downtrend. So I almost turned on the L3 Plus. Almost turned it on. Now, I still don't think it got to profitability for me at 11 cent USD power, 15 cent Canadian. Maybe it's fairly close. It might be actually maybe around 4 or 5 cents or something. But because the Mini Doge Pro we looked at yesterday, and it's more efficient than the L3 Plus, it was only making a couple cents a day after power. Now, the other reason is, a lot of people, it's kind of funny. I seen all the L7s are profitable no matter what, even in the bear market before the pumps, they were still profitable, but the L3 Pluses and everyone was jumping, yes, profitability again and stuff like that. But it's like, no one knows what's going on with the market. So yes, this pump is a little unusual. The Doge part was kind of expected with the Elon Musk thing. As for everything kind of going up, it was out of nowhere. But understanding the cycles and what's going on, you're pretty much a guarantee that it's going to drop again. And I still think the bottom's coming at the end of the year, early next year. So mining for those 2-3 days when you do see a pump is probably going to be a negative effect on you. So you look at the probability, you're like, yes, it's profitable, I'm going to turn it on. But then, only if you sold it during that time while you were mining, or if you were actually thinking it was going to stay. Now, if you're thinking it was going to stay at these price ranges, sorry to say it's not. So I didn't turn it on for that very reason. And now we can already see prices coming down. I was expecting maybe about 4 days tops. It'll last. Looks like it lasted about 2.5 days, maybe 3. It did last, but we'll see what happens. It could always come back up. We don't know. But the point is, you mine something because it looks profitable right now, and you don't know, if you expect the market to go up, then it's okay. But if you kind of see what's going on here and the market is going to dip even more, that by the time it comes to pay that power bill, you lost out. You were not profitable anymore because you just sold at a very lower value to cover those power costs. So a few things to keep in mind when you see these pumps. Always looking at that fiat value isn't really the best thing to look at, especially in bear markets. You want to kind of check out your yields and stuff. Now, I know for GPUs, the yields still aren't there because there's just too many damn GPUs on the network. Too many. Mine are still off. Ever since merge day, they have been off. I've turned them on once in a while, here and there, try a pool, do that, whatever. But, 99% of the time, they have still been off because I would not be able to cover my power costs. Doesn't make sense for me to mine. I don't care about supporting a network. I'm in it for profits. So, yeah, that's me. Anyway, what do we got here? We got some apps here. No, this is Q&A. Ask me some questions. We'll try to answer. And if I don't know the answer, we could try to Google it. And maybe Google has the answer for you. So next in mine in India. What's up? Nothing much. What's going on? Andres, hey, Rabid Mining. It's MA. Oh, it's your birthday today. Awesome. Happy birthday, Andres 23 007. What's going on? Hopefully you have a good birthday. Mr. Steal Your Block 2024 is coming fast. Next BTC halving. Yes, 2024. Now, I gotta look into that. When is that? It's mid 2024. Is it end of the year? But yeah, 2024 will be that lead up here, leading into that next bull run. Then sometime in 2025, we will see, hopefully, new all-time highs across most of the coins. Now, obviously, we expect Bitcoin will hit new all-time highs. I expect Ethereum to hit new all-time highs. I imagine Flux will. I'm up in the air on whether Raven or Ergo will hit new all-time highs. Hopefully they do, but I don't know. I do expect Ethereum Classic to actually hit a new all-time high. And then what's the other one there? FW. It hasn't really seen a bull run yet, so we'll see what happens, but it is showing promise, at least in these pumps, that investors are interested in FW. So that's another coin that could help us out here into the future, moving into that next bull run. ETF, I don't know if ETF has any hope, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything more profitable than Virus right now? My Ryzen 9 is still killing the Virus. You know what? Let's kind of have a look-see. So let's go to this, open new tab. I believe Dero is probably the most profitable right now. I'm just going to load up my farm here. I'll put in my power price of 11 cents USD. And let's see. So there was a glitch this morning. Right now, yeah, Dero. So Virus coin is actually, it's my farm would only make 58 cents after power, $8.41 before. So there's quite a few coins, even Raptorium being one of them, Bitorium, that currently are more profitable than Virus coin. Dero is on the top spot right now at $16. It dropped quite a bit, actually. Oh, yeah, the hash rate is way up. No wonder. Oh, my gosh. So the other day, I was around $25 or something before power and about $16, $17 after power, but the hash rate was down a little bit. So Dero, it has seen 400 mega hash days. When it does hit those, you're probably better off on another coin, but we'll see what happens. But so far, it looks like Dero is the top coin right now, currently for a CPU. Virus coin is a ways down here. Now, don't get me wrong, Virus coin is still profitable right now. Obviously, we can see, and Virus coin does have huge potential of seeing, times 10, times 100, maybe even times 1,000 in the future. So Virus coin is a very good coin to potentially hit those future, massive boosts. Now, again, I don't know for sure, but there's some smart guys behind it, and it hasn't seen the light of day. It hasn't seen the investors or anything. But once people do catch their eyes on it, I think there may be some huge explosions coming across Coin. But it's too early to be determined. Now, with that being said, let's just this is 30 rigs or so. What does 3070s kind of look like? Where's 3070s? 3070s. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What the heck? Why is it broken for me? It's broken. Cannot run this. There we go. 3070s at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. We're going to calculation this, and we are making negative $3.72. Awesome. Ergo is actually making $6.58 before power. $6.58 before power on 3070s. We're making $16 before power on a CPU. Crazy. Well, 30 to 30 type of thing. And to build a CPU rig these days, it's about the same price, maybe even less than purchasing an MSRP 3070. But the prices have gone down in the used market, so you can roll it that way. But yeah, interesting stuff going on here. Did Elon announce a SHIB wallet integration just now? I am not sure. I haven't really been following what's been going on the whole Twitter scene. Obviously, we know he took it over. I heard rumors that he's going to be implementing Dogecoin possibly throughout Twitter, which would be interesting. But as for that, yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about SHIB. Haven't really been following it the past little bit. I've been busy actually ever since the live stream yesterday. That's why I didn't even release a video this weekend, which is crazy. But can it run Crisis? Crisis was awesome. I used to love that game. I remember around when Crisis first came out, and it was like the game to use to benchmark things. It was so demanding for its time and everything. I remember at the time, I built this PC. It was an SLI dual what was it? GTX 670 rig. Dual SLI item. It ran Crisis like crazy. It was awesome. It ran like 100 frames per second in Crisis. It was a wicked old like 10-year PC gaming rig, and yeah, it was awesome. And then Crisis 2 came out. I haven't really played it, but Crisis was a great game. It was definitely awesome. I almost felt like when I played that, it was like Predator or something, where you got to go do your stealth things and just come up on people and anyway, yeah. Not a rumor, it's true. So he did implement, fired all the execs on Twitter. Yeah, that's not a rumor, that's legit. I did hear that he got rid of the Twitter guys, most of them anyway, and their head lawyer and stuff. So yeah, he went in and cleaned house, and yeah, who knows what's going to happen now. Craziness. Awesome in the same way, especially for all the Dogecoin people out there. Especially if he implements Doge, like what if it becomes an official Twitter currency thing? That'd be pretty insane to think about it. Like, Dogecoin has potential. We talked about it a little bit the other day. Like, you may hate meme coins, you may hate some of these dumb coins and whatever, but there's a huge people, and Doge has a massive following. So it is, once it moves back down, we're already down 12%. That's crazy. But once it does move back down to, that 6-7 cent range, maybe even drop down to 5 at the bottom. We'll see. Who knows? And it could hit $1 next bull run. That's massive potential for, profits and stuff. But again, not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. I have no idea how the future is going to play out. Like I said, some coins may not even see all-time highs again. We don't know. How are they going to play out? We've been looking a little bit at CoinMarketCap yesterday just to get a rough idea of how some coins may be the best for the future in terms of pumps. And we saw that usually Ergo didn't really follow the pumping schedule. It was actually down the past couple days and went up. Now, it did see a pump in the previous kind of runs in the middle of summer there, but everything saw one at that point. This latest one, we didn't really see too much. We didn't see too much, only 2 or 3% on Raven, but we saw huge gains on obviously Ethereum. We can't mine it anymore, so we don't care, but who knows? Maybe we will be mining it again, depending on their censorship. I highly doubt they'll fork back, or at least half fork back. Probably won't happen, but you never know. There's always hope for that. But ETC saw some big gains. FW saw some big gains. Chia even saw some gains here. So there's some nice proof of work coins here. Flux saw some gains that, you know, are probably the best go-tos into the future. So far right now, in terms for mining and potentially moving in for the best coins to mine for 2025. I should probably do a video on this. Everyone's going to disagree with me because there are armies for everybody. But I think the best coins to probably have rigs on or something, if you are looking for that, depending if it's profitable and you're covering your power right now. Some arsehole is behind me with my window open using an air blower. So hopefully that's not coming into the mic right now. But I think it's going to be ETC. So there's your, and I think it'll hit levels to make GPUs, you know, profitable on ETC again. There's actually currently a bunch of GPUs on ETC still. I believe Flux will be one of them. Ergo, I'm up in the air about. I don't think it's going to be that high of a contender just due to its emission schedule. It's going to need very high price jumps to become a good contender, but we'll see what happens. I'm not sure when the Flux halving is. There is a halving on Flux coming up, and I don't know if it's to the block rewards or just to the nodes itself, but there is something going on there. I'm gonna have to look more into that. Obviously, Dogecoin for your script miners and stuff is going to be a nice thing. Bitcoin is always the safest bet to roll with for future gains, so there's that. Chia may be a contender as well, and I still don't know about Helium. It's going up and down. I guess it'll come down now too. Is the Solana network up or down or not? But yeah, those are probably some of my main coins I probably would watch moving into that. If you're a Ravencoin fan, I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't know if it's going to really see huge explosions or not. Actually, Neoxa maybe. Neoxa may see some nice big things actually moving into the future. Meow Coin is trying to do some stuff. They're definitely doing some stuff for cats, but we'll see what happens with that. There are a lot of people that don't really like that 40% to the devs things, but they say that's actually sent to all these organizations. So we'll see what happens there. A lot of uncertainty still going on with a lot of these newer coins. A lot of forks tend to fail moving into the future, so we got to keep that in the back of our mind. Oh yeah, and Raptorium, obviously. Raptorium, you know, could see some nice big gains as well. So those are my main coins that I'm kind of focusing on right now. I guess XMR would be one too, because there is actually a move to privacy. Dero and XMR are both like a privacy thing. So we'll see what happens on there. So I guess I keep adding more as I mulch on. Oh, and I totally forgot about Pulsar. How could I forget about Pulsar? Sorry, Brian Fox, thank you very much for pointing that out in capital letters. So there's another coin. I should be writing this stuff down. I'm just basing everything off the top of my head right now, so I do forget things. But Pulsar, and there is the latest wallet is, I believe, is released now. You can get it and update. I'll probably have that video ready for you guys tomorrow, because that's probably going to be a big deal, especially for all you CPU miners and stuff out there, and your stakers and stuff. So how Pulsar works, quick rundown. If you've been following the channel, you know all about it. But you mine to your wallet, obviously. You got to encrypt it, unlock it, and then just leave your wallet open. And by that, you get staking. You know what? I can actually, I'm going to try to bring that up right now. Drop that, drop that. Where is it? Let's bring up my capture utility right quick here. It's probably on Bitcoin Miner right now. We'll see what happens. But we'll open up my Pulsar wallet and we'll kind of show you what's going on there. Open Sesame. I didn't update it yet. I still got to update mine. So I'll probably record that or something. So yes, we're on Bitcoin Miner. Let's just kind of minimize this. So we're going to open that. We're going to minimize the old Bitcoin Miner here. We're going to open up our Pulsar wallet. There it is. Looks like I hit something recently. So what is today? Today's the 30th. So I did hit a staking block today. Awesome. So we did hit a staking block today. If I can probably go through all of my recent transactions right there. So when did we all get them all? So the 30th, 27th, I hit 2. The 24th, wow, that was a good day. 1, 2, 3, 4. 23rd, we hit 1. 22nd, 21, 20, 19, 18, a couple on the 18th. We got 15th. So, you know, it's a nice consistent staking thing. And each one, actually, this one looks like it might have failed. It's kind of grayed out. Oh, I can't really see it. This one's kind of grayed out. It might not have worked. This might have been, oh no, it's just going back and forth. No, this one is actually grayer. Anyway, that one might have been like an orphan. We'll see. But, you know, the block reward is 90. Now, in the last bull run, just staking at 90 Pulsar was worth over $2. So over $2 a day. Some of that you just seen, you know, if it hits at least the current price again, that was almost a $10 day when I hit that 4 or 5 we just saw there in a row. So that could have been a $10 day just from staking Pulsar. Awesome. But yeah, we're going to have to update this wallet. You got to encrypt it, unlock it. Simply by holding it open here, you do stake it. It's like solo mining within your wallet. 50% of the chain is staking just like this. There's no software, very easy to set up. You know, one of the easiest, staking methods there are. And obviously, you're holding your private keys because this is your own wallet right here. So I've only mined like maybe 6,000 to 7,000 Pulsar, and the rest is all through staking. So that's awesome. In terms, it's been, I guess, not quite a year since that, maybe. But yeah, that's not too bad in the staking aspect of things. Let me just bring Bitcoin miner back up here so it doesn't close out on me. Put this back down. There we go. All right, hang out, close it out, open up, open sesame. Here we go, back at it. So this Pulsar. So what's going on there? You're going to have to update your wallet to version 1.14, I believe it is, or 1.1.14, however it is. It's 114 from 113. Because if you don't update your wallet by the time they do fork, they are forking the algorithm of curve hash is going to remain for GPUs. It used to be a purely CPU mineable coin. Wild Rig unlocked a GPU miner, and GPUs obviously took over the curve hash algorithm, which is kind of sad because curve hash was extremely efficient. You could pump up a 3900X to like 4 gigahertz and still only run like 0.95 volts. It was insanely efficient. 90 watts at 4 gigahertz was insane. Or, yeah, I was only using like 90 watts at that. So like it was extremely, so I was really disappointed when the GPU miner came out. Hash rate was triple, quadruple what a CPU could do. And because of this, they acknowledged it. They've been working in the background and taking some time, but they are doing a fork. So the CPU, it's going to be forking to Minotaur X, and 30% of the daily coin emissions will be going to the CPUs. Only 20% will be going to the GPUs. So the GPUs are pretty much, taking most of the coins right now. Because of their hash rate, they're going to be dropping to only 20%. So they're getting a massive pay cut. They're at least keeping GPUs online, it sounds, because of that 20%. But 30% will be going to CPUs, and then 50% will be through that staking again. But if you do not update your wallet for Pulsar, once they do implement the full crossover on November 12th, and you remain staking on the current version of the wallet, I guess the previous version, because the new one's out now, you will be staking and getting rewards. You'll think everything is fine, but it's almost like a split chain. That is the wrong chain. Once you do upgrade your wallet, those coins will be gone. So everything you have up until November 12th, when the fork and everything happens, will remain in your wallet, and those are the real coins. But at that point, if you don't have it updated, you will lose any incoming coins from that point on. So kind of keep that on. I will be showing you guys how to update your wallet and do all this stuff here because the latest version is now available. So yeah, is the new wallet version safe? Well, if the old one's safe, the new one should be. You would think so. We can wait a little bit of time. You do have another 13 days until you need it, but it is a mandatory update. So I'll keep an eye on things. Like I said, I'll show you guys how to do that, and make sure you save your wallet.dat file like you do with every core type of wallet, Raptorium, Bitorium, and so on. But it should be safe. We'll see what happens. I can get Yeti to look at it and stuff, to make double and triple checking, sure. But it should be safe because it's coming straight from the devs themselves. Now, if the devs are trying to rip everyone off, the coin will die and so on. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. So, what wallet was that for Pulsar that automatically stakes it? That's just the standard core Pulsar wallet. So, you know what? I think I have a link. Let me just go into Discord here. I'm going to scroll down to my Pulsar channel. Where's Pulsar? Scrolling to nodes. Pulsar right here. So like most of these coins, I do have automatic updates coming in straight from their Discord. So we know what's going on within my Discord all the time. So here you can see this is their Pulsar announcement. Please update your nodes and wallets to version 1.1.4. And here's the latest update can be found here. So I'll just click on that mandatory update. So here is that latest wallet. I'll just throw that in chat for you guys. Some of you guys are into Pulsar, some of you not. So either you can go to it or you don't have to go to it. But that is the latest Pulsar wallet version right now. There we go. Could I run a mining rig on some potatoes? You can try. Maybe a lot of lemons. Lemons might do better with the acidity, but potatoes work too. I'm not sure. You might need to obviously jump a few together. Maybe you can even get them up to 24 volts or something. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know what their hertz would be though. I don't think they have a hertz meter there. When you come with a generator, you know, you got to crank up that hertz. You're wrong. You know, a lot of people don't realize hertz either. When it comes to power, standard power is, you know, regulated at around 60 hertz, but it's supposed to be a lot of times, you know, it's 59.9, but it's 60 hertz. Now, when you're running with a generator, you know, I learned all this stuff back on drilling rigs, but you see a lot of people getting those huge generators and running off flared gas or something, and hertz will play a big issue into that. So you can have automatic ones, manual self-adjusting ones. So if you plan on maybe doing something like a flared gas thing, I wish I could find some places around here that I could get on board with that, but I have no idea how to even entry into that. But when you're running those generators, you do have to set the hertz. And if you're running 120 hertz when you're supposed to be at 60, you will fry some things very fast. So you got to be careful when you're actually dealing with generators and stuff. And if they don't have automatic hertz setting, remember, anything automatic can also fail on you. So you got to keep a keen eye on that. But hertz is a big deal too when it comes to power. Technically, yes, on an EI potato, which is an actual device, an EI potato. All right, guys. So, questions. You guys got questions? What's up with Pink Chain? It's a token and a coin at the same time. I have not really looked into Pink Chain too often, so I don't really know what's going on with it. Let's find out. Let's Pink Chain. What are you doing, Pink Chain? Pink Chain. So yes, there's still no listing for it yet. I think there's a listing for one side of it, but no, wait, that's Palm. That's Palm that has one listing, but it's not for the mined coin. Pink Chain and Pink achievement 4 days. Let's just go to their website. What's going on, Pink Chain? You've been hacked. Oh, great. Well, there we go. Pink Chain just hacked us. Just kidding. It didn't. I was just saying that, you know, add a little bit of oomph to the stream. Okay, Pink Chain features, decentralized EVM, blah, 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 blah. Designed for Ethereum miners. It's consistent, is powered by proof of work, Ethash, which is one of the most secure consensus mechanisms. Proof of work ensures real decentralization. Yada, 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 yada. Secure cross-chain. Oh, yeah, proof of work mining, 80%. Staking and farming is 10. Dev 5 bounty. This changed the other day when I looked at this. These numbers were a lot different, so things changed a little bit since the last time I seen this. That's the setup thing. Build mining pools. Oh yeah, mining for people. Mining for people. I use those guys when I can. Use them. Audit report. View charts. Pink swap. Stake pink. Pink swap. Let's check out the pink swap. BNB pink, unknown source. No, cancel. I don't want to hit anything on any unknown sources. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. It's pink. It's Pink Chain. First layer 1 proof of work blockchain to have liquidity mining and staking. A greater alternative. What? Liquidity mining? That just means putting it. Isn't that what Ergo does? And pretty much everybody else that has dexes, isn't that all liquidity mining? So how could they say they're the first to do it? Last I checked, isn't liquidity mining where say you have 20 pink coins and then you also have 20 of whatever else, you put them both on their DEX and then you just provide liquidity for people swapping and changing, and you're supposed to gain a little bit of the fees in there and then it bounces around. Isn't that liquidity mining? Or am I thinking of something else? But I'm pretty sure that's liquidity mining, like with a liquidity pool and stuff. Like, let's go to ErgoDex for a second. ErgoDex. Like, I may have be mixing this all up, but I'm pretty sure everything is pretty much, anything that has a DEX has liquidity mining in it. So I feel that's a false claim, but I don't know for sure. So let's just go to liquidity. Your positions, like this and this liquidity right here. Who's that guy? Loading. Doesn't want to load. Contact the gas company driller. I'm hearing more and more of them are looking into flare gas for mining on old pads. Say the government, we are getting them to cap the oil wells. Yeah, because like I worked on drilling rigs forever, most of my life. I was on drilling rigs. I drilled a lot of oil and gas wells. I even drilled some potash wells over in Saskatchewan and stuff. So like I've been all around over. And then, I've been through BC drilling wells. And I also worked on service rigs, which involved servicing a lot of the wells and putting stuff into production, putting them out of production. I've done all this stuff and all in this aspect, but and I've worked with a lot of oil companies, a lot of the large Canadian ones like CNRL. I can't remember them all right now, but there's lots. But Shell, I worked for them a few times, all sorts of ones. But yeah, I don't know how you actually get involved in the actual, mining off the flare gas operation. I think that would be sweet. But yeah, so as far as I'm aware, this is liquidity right here. Your liquidity. I got Ergo and Neta, and I'm providing liquidity. Is this not liquidity mining? Pretty sure it is. So who knows? We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going on with Pink Change. It's interesting. How come my thing won't adjust? There we go. I don't know what the heck do I got going on here. None of my buttons are working. I still never changed it all around. No white paper, no Lambo. Yeah, that is liquidity. Yeah, that's liquidity mining. So how are they claiming it's a layer 1 thing? Isn't Ergo a layer 1 stuff? I don't know. So how can they promote themselves as being the first when pretty much everybody does it? So how are you the first thing to do what everybody already does? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand that logic. I'm going to make a coin. This is the very first CPU mineable coin, Rabid coin. Like, that's pretty much what these guys are doing here. There's tons of CPU mineable coins out there, but, mine's the first one. It just came out today. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what's going on here. But a lot of people just come into here and like, oh, that's cool. Awesome. Hey, you know what? They're doing something. Let's do it. Maybe this is just a fraud trick. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on in this operation. I'm not a trader, blockchain person. I'm just a miner for profits. And obviously there's no exchange, so it's not profitable right now. You can't sell anything. We got a faucet here if you want to build. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Pink Chain. I'll look into it a little bit more and see the whole operation here. But yeah, interesting. I don't know. No idea. Thoughts on OB? Oh, I forgot about OBTC. How has that been doing? How's OBTC been doing? That's optical, right? Optical Bitcoin. Heavy hash, yes, heavy hash. It was good for a while, and I totally forgot. You know what? Let's see. Let's try to run some numbers right quick here. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of Pink Chain because you guys are. Who knows what you guys are? No one knows at this point. You guys are just maybe trickers. Where is it? There it is. We need the GPUs. We'll go to GPUs here. I think I have optical Bitcoin within my sheet here somewhere. Where are you at? Optical. Okay, optical Bitcoin, heavy hash, 17, yada yada. So what is the network hash rate? We're sitting at 489 gigahash. I think I need my converter for this for a second. Hash power 489 gigahash. 489 gigahash. So what did we mine in? I can't remember. What did GPUs mine in for this? I got 233. Yeah, we were not. We weren't 233 mega. We're in the mega hash here. Yeah. All right. Let's do that. All right. Let's do that. We're going to. How do I feel about Caspa? Caspa, I think Caspa has some. It's very new. We don't really know what's going on. It's never seen a bull run, but it has been, getting a lot of value with it. So, Caspa is another one that I should have added to my list that I was mentioning earlier. It has a chance to actually do some. So we'll see what happens. It's too soon to tell, but there is promise involved with that. So let's take a look at the price of optical Bitcoin now. We're going to go to trade over here, BTC. I want to use a USD one because that's easier to convert stuff over. Now, can anyone confirm 233 megahash? Is that a 3070? Anyone know? Or is this a 3060? I can't even remember what the hash rate on optical BTC was. I'm going to go with 233 megahash over 3060, I think this was. So we're getting coins per day is what? Okay, coins per day. We're getting 7 coins per day. So where can we sell 7 coins at a market sell? Oh, yeah. Easily sell it at this price here, 0.052. 0.052. Oh, it's not looking good. 0.052. Yeah, yeah, about that. So you're making 38 cents before power. So a 3060. I believe this is very efficient too, like 60 watts. So do I have, oh, it's 7950X. What is this? Yeah, this is all my 7950X stuff. 4090 stuff. Oh man, I don't have any of my testing. I didn't write down any of my testing stuff to know for sure. So I think it's a 3060. I believe it was highly efficient, like 80 watts or something crazy like that. So, you know, kind of like Caspa, it doesn't use much power when you're tuning your GPUs. So I'm just going to go, you know, I'm going to go 90 watts, give it benefit of the doubt here. 90 times 24 divided by 1000 times my power price would be 23 cents. It's profitable, guys. It's actually profitable. 23 cents. It cost me 23 cents per day in power. So that's awesome. What do we got here? 38 minus 23. You're making 15 cents a day currently on a 3060. If that's what a 3060 was. I can't remember. It's been a while since I was on here. Anybody mined this lately? Confirm. The 3060 is 233 mega hash. I think it is. But yeah, I'm going to have to redo some testing here. But mine some is saying shush, so he must be mining it right now. He's like, be quiet. Don't put any GPUs on there. All right, guys. Optical BDC. Nope, not profitable. Stay away from it. Garbage. Anyway. Time for Lambos. We were making 15 cents a day. Hey, that's better than, I don't know, I guess any other coin on what to mine right now. Thoughts on the RTX 4090? The 4090 is a very interesting GPU. I don't really know. My thoughts would be more towards NVIDIA other than the 3090. Now, the 3090 is very good on, like, what's it called? I can't remember. It was heavy hash, I believe. Actually, I believe they put the 4090s in here now. Yeah. So what are 127 heavy hash? I believe we were actually at 2.3 gigahash or something crazy like that on this when we were testing it. Maybe even a bit more. So I don't know. We'll see what their numbers look like though. What is going on? What is going on here? Are we missing? Oh, we're missing a bunch of numbers for a lot of these. So I don't even know what's it telling us. Wow, it's it's the 4090 is more profitable than pretty much all the other GPUs. That says one thing. It's expensive. That says another thing. But let's go back to my thoughts on the 4090. Obviously, they're lighting on fire now. You guys may have caught that video that I released on that article. It sounds like there's a lot more reports now coming out about fires. And I believe J2 Sense is even saying, hey, NVIDIA, you better recall these 4090s because this is not looking good. It's getting worse. There's a lot of reports now of people melting connectors. Now, maybe it's just, you know, maybe they're lying and they're melting with a lighter. I have no idea, but there's a lot of reports coming out now. And this goes back to on the rumors. So I don't know the full rumors. Remember, rumors are rumors, but this is my 2 cents on what I've heard, you know, before the 4090 was even released, like 4 or 5 months ago when they were first talking about how much power these things are going to use. That's when the rumors started flying. So this is what happens. And if it's true, I have a lot of high hope for the AMD GPUs. So AMD pretty much got a head start and they've been working on their new chip series and everything for their AMD GPU 7000 series. So sounded like they were actually doing pretty good. They did their own car architecture, everything from scratch. It's their stuff. And they were actually producing really good numbers, supposedly at decent. And they're able, because they're doing this from scratch, they could tune it for efficiency. So it's not drawing a massive amount of power. They're probably still going to use a lot, but you know, they're able to tune their chips and everything for these new GPUs. Now, supposedly AMD caught wind of some of the performance and they were like, oh my gosh. So they didn't really do anything for the 4000 series. It's pretty much just overclocked, cranked the crap out of 3000 series GPUs. And, you know, they added a little more bus and more CUDA cores and stuff. They did some stuff, but when it came to most of the specs and stuff, it's almost on par with the 3000 series with, you know, more tweaking. But they overclocked the crap out of their clocks. They didn't do any tweaking within the cards or the buses, anything themselves. They just overclocked the crap out of them. And that results to the higher power. That's why, you overclock anything, CPU mining, GPU mining, whatever. You start going into these boost and overclock range, you obviously use more power. So they just upped the clocks on everything, went to massive amounts of power to try and get that. And then they got all their benchmarks in their 4090, made it look super amazing, and then launched it before AMD even announces their GPUs. Now, I don't know if AMD announced them yet, or they're at least going to. There are some rumors coming out that they're looking pretty good right now and at less power. So that's kind of what's going on right now. And then I just seen an article the other day that they just released their 4090. They haven't released the 4080s yet, and they're already trying to get a jump on next gen. They know they screwed up this entire 4000 series, and they're already trying to work on the next, if they call it 5000. I imagine it will be. But they're already working on that. They want to get a head start and jump into that, and they're already haunted with the 4080s. As you know, they had the 4080, and then all of a sudden the 16 doubled the performance of the 12 gigabyte 4080. It's the exact same card with more memory, but somehow the other one's way better. So it's like, goes back to the rumors where they just overclock the crap about everything. Now they're just testing to see what GPUs they are, and they're going to release them in the proper lines: 4080, 4070, 4060. They don't know what the hell they got going on in their yard. They're just releasing whatever they can now based on how it's performing. So there's very crazy stuff going on, and now NVIDIA's already trying to work on the 5000 series because they want to jump on AMD, which makes that, if all this comes to light, the AMD GPUs that are about to release are probably pretty damn good at less power. So who knows? We'll just have to wait to see what happens there. So that's my whole 2 cents on the 4090, which really comes down to rumors on what's going on with NVIDIA, which isn't looking good. So that's just what I think going on there. So thoughts on the 7000 series? I'm assuming you mean GPUs. Based on rumors, it sounds like the 7000 series is probably going to be pretty good, at least for gaming. Remember, all these rumors, all these leaks, it's always gamer related. Nothing in terms of mining related stuff. I contact all these companies all the time, and I try to get answers, and no one really ever talks to me because they all say they don't want to support miners. So yeah, take it any way you want. Meanwhile, backdoor, they'll probably do whatever, they'll get as much money as they can. Anyway, 2 cents on that. I'll wait for the 7000 series efficiency numbers before I start hoarding GPUs. Yeah, I'd wait for the 7000 series as well. I wouldn't buy any NVIDIA cards probably right now at this point. I would wait to see how AMD releases and how they're going to release it. And I don't even know if there's a release date for the 4080s or anything yet at this point in time, but who knows? We'll see. We just have to wait and see what happens. It's a very interesting generation for sure. Oh, the 7000 series CPUs. The 7950X, I love it. It is awesome. It's amazing, for real. The 7000 series CPUs so far, at least the 7950X, because that's the only one I haven't tested, it's great. But the price to build it and get one, I just justified it by saying, okay, workstation upgrade, because now it's in my workstation. But to build an actual dedicated CPU mining rig out of a 7000 series, not worth it. Not worth it. Unless you're rich and you don't care. Then it's worth it because it is more efficient. Hash is better. It's just a better CPU and process. But it's not worth the price of performance because it's all new gen. You need brand new motherboards, which are expensive. You need brand new RAM, which most of them are expensive. Some of them are actually decent price. But then obviously you need the latest CPU. Now the CPU is actually cheap. You're probably shaking your head right now and your eyes just went bug-eyed. What the heck are you talking about? How is the CPU cheap? Well, if you look back when the 5950X released, when the 3950X and so on released, they came in at a higher MSRP than the current 7000 series. So if we could still utilize the 7000 series on the AM4 motherboards, it would be a lot better of a deal. But because you need all the new tech and gen stuff to build, to put it all together, the price to performance is just way too high. But as coming in at the performance, especially on the mining side and stuff, it's very, very good. It's an insane CPU. Now the 3000 and 5000 series, they're pretty much the exact same CPU in terms of mining. When it comes to mining performance, they're the same CPU. You're not going to, Raptorium and Ghost Rider sees a little bit more hash rate, maybe 100 hashes average on the 3000 series. And then, like Dero and a couple coins see a little bit more hash rate on the 5000 series. But when it comes to the majority of the coins, they're pretty much the exact same hash rate and power consumption. Now, moving up to the 7000 series, we are actually seeing gains across the board in terms of efficiency and hash rates over that. We saw an extra 4,000 or 5,000 hashes at the same amount of power on Monero. We've seen, like, I don't even know, where's my sheet? Do I have my sheet here? We can run right through it. If you didn't see that video, this is all of that, but we can have a look here. GR, we're averaging, where are we at here? 4.4. So this is wrong now. It's actually 4.7. This was an old benchmarking of GPU, of CPU miner up GPU. It's actually 4.7 kilohash now. I did my video before I had these. I think I actually have the benchmark numbers. Oh, where is it? I don't know if I have it here. I don't know if I have it. Crap. I have it somewhere. I saved it somewhere, but benchmark numbers is now 4.7 average, where we were coming in at like 3.6, 3 point something on the 3950, 5950X stuff. Remember, we're only running 96 watts here on the low, 137 on the high. We're averaging around, you know, that 98 to 100 watt range most of the time on Ghostwriter. So we're coming in with a lot more hashes and a lot, or about the same average power consumption at the wall. Dero, what do we see here? Now there's two miners going on here. We got the old versus new miner. We have 9.9 kilohash versus 15.6 kilohash. Actually, which miner is this? I think we're at like 17 kilohash now. Interesting. I gotta change it. I think it's actually at 7. You know what? I'm gonna turn it. Nah, I'm not gonna turn it on right now. I might wreck my whole stream. But I think we're actually higher than this now since the latest. Oh, was it? Yeah, I think I updated the BIOS actually. That's what did it. So we're at a little bit more now than that. So that's cool. Bamboo, we can see 3.2 and 2.8 depending on the miner. Virus coin 50.17. So here's our most efficient setting at 50.51 mega hash on Virus coin. Here I cranked up to 5.3. We got 64 mega hash. And Minotaur X. This will be the Pulsar numbers right here. Minotaur X. So this is what we'll need for Pulsar. Looks like at 4.05, 0.9 volts, a single stick of RAM, 140 watts with SRB miner, was 25.6 kilohash. Now that's one thing I don't like with Minotaur X is a more power hungry algorithm than what Curve Hash and stuff currently was. But yeah, we're seeing nice hash rates across the 7950X. DDR5 is not that. Yeah, no, very true. For like the CL40s and stuff is like that. But if you want to get the CL28s, and I think G.Skill maybe made a little faster one, it's like $300, $400 for 2 sticks of RAM. It's expensive for the really low latency RAM of DDR5 still. But yeah, you can just average out and get, you know, the CL40s and stuff. They are very cheap, down to like 60 bucks Canadian or something like. So you can get cheap DDR5 RAM for sure. But if you really want to opt in for like maximizing that XMR hash rate, you're gonna have to spend $300 to $400 on very low latency RAM. So, you know, that's one way to put it. Is it worth it? No. Definitely go with the cheaper RAM, especially with majority of these algorithms. RAM does not matter for most of these algorithms. All you need is a single stick. Don't overclock it or nothing at all, and you're good to go for most of these. Micro Center cheapest AM5 board I am seeing is only $199. Now the B550s did come out. Now that's USD. I don't know what the Canadian prices are. Let's take a look at Memory Express and see. I don't know. See what's kind of going on here. I don't know if there's any logged in. Come on, Memory Express. Go into here. Open. It's not opening. It's taking its sweet time. There we go. We open. Oh, they got a Halloween thing on. What's going on with the Halloween thing? All right. Well, okay. Welcome guests. All right. We'll utilize that. So let's look at DDR5s and let's look at 670. See what, you know, prices went down at all. Relevance. Let's go lowest price. $369 for this X670. Now let's see if they have an X660. Is that right? Or is it B660? B660? There we go. And $299 for the cheap. Yeah, so Canadian, they're still like, oh, what's this? That is not B660M. 189. 164. What? Oh, lowest price. Lowest price. There we go. 134. That's not bad. Actually, this isn't too bad now. That's down a little bit. Yeah. Actually, yeah. 120 is what you can get is a average AM4 for, you know, a nice little cheap one or mid-range one. So 134 is not too bad for a 7000 series. Huh. Interesting. Oh, 660 is Intel. Never mind. Garbage. Garbage. Don't want that crap. Okay, which one's the... Is it X660? Or is it... No, it's 650. B650. What the... I thought it was 660. What is it? B650. Is this the one? And where we at? You saying AM5 anywhere? Is this the correct one now? B650? All this messed up stuff. Lowest price. DDR5, 4800, Li-Fi. Still, yeah, 230 then. B650, yeah. B650. So, yeah, the lowest bottom of the barrel is 230 bucks. And it's out of stock, obviously, because it's the cheapest. So, yeah, still too expensive, even for the cheapest one. And I do believe they're going to be downgrading to another one. I can't remember the number on that one. All these motherboards and their numbers gets confusing after a while. But yeah, it's crazy. And I'm surprised that AMD is releasing their GPUs as the 7000 series. Now, it was only a matter of time before we seen the two intermix within the same generation. Now it's like, what are you buying? I'm going to go out and get a 7900 XT. Oh, okay, cool. The XTs are out now? I thought they only have the X's. Oh, you're talking about GPU, not CPU. And oh my gosh, now like 7900X. So what if someone goes in the YouTube, they'll be like, okay, performance 7900X, and CPUs pop up, but there is an X version of the GPU as well, because I believe there's 7900X, 7900 XT, and 7900 XTX or something crazy like that. I don't even know, but it's going to get really confusing for people moving forward here. Oh, son of a tech, what's going on? What's happening? What are you doing? About to go. Oh, kayaking. Awesome. Today's like the last day that it's kind of decent here. I believe it's going to be like 16C here today. I got to get like the lawn and everything mulched up and got all the leaves out of here, because tomorrow I believe it drops down to about 5 degrees Celsius. And then after that, we're going to start hitting like -6, -12. There's about 5 to 10 centimeters of snow forecasted in the next week or so. So it's going to be some winter times coming here. So it's going to be crazy. Today's like my last day to get this done according to the forecast. So I got to do that after this stream. You did the lawn work this morning too? Oh yeah, really? Awesome. Awesome. But yeah, that's on my agenda for today. Oh, Denny Torres, what's going on? In your opinion, what is the most important in a CPU mining hash rate, cache memory, or number of cores? It depends on the algorithm. So let's take Ghost Rider, for example. Yeah, the most important thing to look for in Ghost Rider would be like your base clock. That would be your standard to look at. What can you run that base clock at? Because once you go above that, obviously you are overclocking and you start burning more power. And once you remain at it or go lower, then you can undervolt it and you'll run more efficient. But for Ghost Rider, pretty much the best thing to look for would be the L3 cache of the CPU. Ghost Rider does require 2 megabytes of L3 cache per thread used. So if you go out there, I believe the older Threadrippers and stuff, like the 1900s version stuff, they have like, 24 cores, 64 threads, and so on, but they only have like 64 megabytes of L3 cache. So the first gen Threadrippers, you're only utilizing half of that CPU to mine something like that. And that's the big issue currently with a lot of the Intel CPUs is, yeah, they're adding more cores and, some threads and stuff into their CPUs, but they're still lacking the L3 cache to really utilize the complete CPU when it does come to mining. Now, what gets hit even harder is when someone decides to mine Haven. So Crypto Knight Haven there, it actually uses 4 megabytes of L3 cache, and you severely hinder your CPU at that point, because not even the Ryzens can utilize the full CPU unless you're using an X3D version like you see in the 5800X X3D. Then it can utilize all 16 threads even on Haven, because it does have that 94 megabytes of L3 cache. So that's that. They went to 80 megabytes of cache. Yeah, I seen that total, but they only have 32 of L3, I believe, on the latest, unless they made another model on top of it. Let's just take a quick look here. Intel cache or Intel Raptor Lake. Let's have a quick look, but I'm pretty sure they only got 32 megabytes of actual L3 within it. Specs. So let's just scroll down here. Yada yada. Yeah, so here we can see. Make this smaller. So you can see in the i9 they have L2, L3. So 68 meg. Oh wait, you said they have 80 there though. So this is different. Yeah, I think this is different. So here they have 32 plus 32. So maybe there's a newer one out, but according to the L3 side, only 36 of this, which makes sense based on their economic threads. It looks like they made enough L3 cache for their economic side, but not on their performance side. Or is it the other way around? Yeah, 8 plus 16, which would equal to 32 for this. Oh, for that side. I don't know, but based on this one, unless everything changed after this, I was just basing off this. Maybe they have 80 megabytes now, and I don't know what the split between them are, but as of this chart, they only got 36 of the L3, which would only utilize, what is that, 18 threads or something like that on something like Ghost Rider, or 6 threads on like Haven. So I don't know. I don't have an i9. I can't test nothing. Intel doesn't get back to me on the situation, so we'll see what happens. But just basing off this, I'm assuming that it's still not going to utilize that full CPU. But I don't know for sure. Well, we need some testing being done here. What do we got here? Mike Hosh just got here. What is the best miners clients for RTM and Pulsar nowadays? Well, it depends. You really want to jump into the best miners? Like there's 2 ways to look at it. One, you can look at efficiency and price to performance. The other way you can look at pure beast mining. And usually when someone comes out and say, what's the best miner? They want, hash rate. What's the hash rate? And if you really want to get down to hash rate, start looking at 64 core, 128 thread epics or thread rippers with at least 250 megabytes, 256 megabytes of L3 cache. That would be the best miners to look at. Now, when you buy one of those, obviously it's going to come in with a very hefty price tag where you could build, 3 or 4 5,000 or 3,000 series rigs for the same price and then end up with more hash rate. So, or, and so on. But the efficiency in the Epic would be a little bit better because as they tune those Epics, they are running less power per thread in one of those massive CPUs versus, the consumer grade. Yeah. Let's see here. Brain can only digest so many hash per hour. So Pirate, if Intel releases a 16 core with only P cores, it would probably melt the socket. Mindsum 10, there's only the ARC software video out at 6 p.m. today with details at Mindsum. There you go. Son of a Tech's been testing out these Intel GPUs, so stay tuned for that. He has another one coming out at 6 p.m. I'm assuming that's Eastern time. Seems like most people are on Eastern time. I'm in Mountain though, so I'm different. But yeah, there's that. Is Nanominer the only one that is supporting Intel so far? Because I do have the old little tiny baby version, the A380 or something, but I haven't tried it on nothing yet. But last I seen, Nanominer was the only one that even supported that, and it was only for Ethash. Yeah, only Nano works. Yeah, that sucks. You think Phoenix Miner or Team Black Miner or one of those all-in-one everything miners would release something, or even Wild Rig or something, one of those guys, they seem to try to jump on everything. Oh, you're sending yours to a dev? Awesome. So Son of a Tech is making it happen. Son of a Tech is doing his work and he's making it happen for everybody else out there. Which would you recommend, the 3900X or a 5800X? I would recommend the 3900X. Now, I don't know. I don't have a 5800X 3D to test. Son of a Tech did do actually testing that. He does have one. I got somebody to test one for me, and I just told him to use the same settings that I would use on a 3900X. Now, it did look like I said, the only bonus really would be on Haven, where you need 4 megabytes of L3 cache. So on a 3900X and a 3950X, 5000 series counterpart, exactly the same. You're only getting 16 threads out of either the 24 or the 32, depending on the CPU you're using. Now, you can still use the full CPU of the 58 because it's all 16 threads. But the 5800X 3D did seem to have less L2 cache, I think, to put all that extra VD RAM in there. And it looked like the performance per thread might have been a little bit lower based on the guy that sent me the screenshots. So I don't know because I didn't do it myself. That's just based on my numbers. Now, when you have the 3900X, you have 24 threads. So when you're mining all these other coins, you have much more of a CPU for more on the other end. So I would just stick with the X3Ds and probably just leave them towards the gamers, but it also could come down to price. Maybe I hear price dropping is happening across the board on a lot of the 3 and 5000 series CPUs right now. But who knows? I don't know for sure because I never really did have hands on it. That's just quick looking at screenshots and getting someone to test it for me. But Son of a Tech did actually, he has that CPU. And so he'd probably know the numbers a little better on that one. What? That's what I was thinking. Yeah, no problem. I think the 5800X, but I got one for 110 bucks. So yeah, cost wise for me, that's the way to go. Yeah, if you can find them dirt cheap, you know, no issue there at all. I'm swapping CPUs at work rig that came with the 5700G, which sucks. Yeah, I've heard that the G's aren't very good. Now they did, the G stands for integrated graphics, but to cram that in there, they did lose. I don't know what it was, but they did lose like pretty much half of the CPU mining power in the result of it. But I don't remember what all it was. All right, yeah. So any more questions, guys? What do we got going on here? You're sending mine yours to a dev. Oh, we just hit that. Close. The ad thing keeps popping up on me. Oh, wrong button. I don't want that. Do you know where I can get a PCI to CPU cable splitter? Dual PCU cables does not work for all of my PSUs. Oh, so you have some PSUs that do not work. Okay. I do. I don't know. Are you in Discord? You can send me a DM. I do have links somewhere, or maybe I just didn't set them up yet. But I'm gonna have to hold on. I'm just looking through Discord right now, see if I have them here. I don't know if I legitly do. Nope, not that one, not that one. No, that's VGA. Yeah, I don't have them right now, but I'll get them for you. I don't know if you're in Discord or not, so just check out the Discord and send me a DM, and I'll get the proper ones for you. But yeah, you do need the proper CPU splitters, not the PCI Express splitters. They look pretty much the same, but they do have a little bit different of a pinout in the actual plug part coming out of your CPU, the 4-pin there. I'm swapping. Okay, we went to that. Any other questions, guys? Anything at all? We've been here for a little bit over an hour. Make sure it's the correct one. Polarity on CPU plugs is river set. Yeah, you got to make sure they're the correct ones. Actually, I tried it with a GPURiser splitter, and I got lucky because at first I didn't really realize they were that different until I actually started looking at the pins and stuff, and I was like, hey, this is a little bit different here. That's not the correct one. But I tried turning mine on, and it just wouldn't boot. So if I probably would have left it on longer, it may have popped something. So that would have been a bad thing. But I got lucky. And then I just used 2 cables instead of utilizing a splitter because I ran out of splitters. Now make sure, do you know? Okay, went to that 16 megabyte L3 on the, that's what it is. They dropped the L3 on it. Okay, so the G's only got 16 megabytes. Ouch. Yeah, that definitely hinders that. So 16 megabytes would utilize you on like Ghost Rider algorithm, divide that by 2, 8 threads. And then on Haven, you're only using 4. You're only using 4 threads on Haven with that thing with the G version. That's like one of those B-Link mini boxes or something that people use for nodes and whatnot. So that's not, yeah, they stripped the guts out of that to get that G in there. Which is interesting because now the 7000 series, which was awesome that they do have integrated graphics in them, and they didn't have to strip the CPU clean to do that. And I'm curious, there's no miner yet that supports the integrated graphics, but I think it would be kind of neat to somehow figure it out. I don't know if Son of Tech's still there or not. Maybe you tried a miner, but I've tried multiple miners and I cannot get the integrated graphics to mine. But I think it'd be kind of cool if something did get that to work, and then you could like CPU mine with your CPU and then somehow GPU mine through the integrated graphics onto, whatever, etc, ergo, whatever you want through your CPU. That'd be kind of awesome. Hey, Tech Man, welcome back. Were you at the casino? Oh, back at it. Cat here in this place. Watch there. Ah, okay. Gotcha. G Miner was giving me 2 souls on Flux. Oh, G Miner was working on that. Okay, I gotta try that. I gotta try out G Miner. Check it out. Awesome. I don't think I have a G Miner installed right now. Let me just check. Programs, miners, GPU. Do I have a G Miner here anywhere? I don't see a G Miner. CPU. I got all sorts of stuff here. Yeah, I don't think I have a G Miner installed. Let's see. What do we got here? MB Miner. Nope. T-Rexes. Claymore. Old Claymore. Third class. Another Claymore. Wow, I gotta update some of these things. GPU Miner and Raven. Yeah. Oh, there's a G. Oh, but you probably need a new version. Let's just try something random here. Hopefully nothing blows up. Oh no, I got a GPU in here. Crap. I gotta disable the GPU. I'll deal with it later. But yeah, I'll try G-Miner later and see what happens. Interesting. 2 souls on Flux. I wonder how much power it was drawing. Rob Mining Boss, do you think the miner devs could potentially find a way for low wattage hacks in the GPUs? Could they implement something that could merge mine multiple coins at the same time? But it's very basic integrated GPU, not with rising graphics like the 3 and 5000 series. Yeah, it's just a basic, but it's still there. So I thought it'd be a cool experiment trying to get that going. Claymore miner developer probably went for a very long holiday with huge. Oh yeah, for sure. That Claymore guy, he's loaded. He's loaded for sure. That guy. Bull run hits, out of here. Peace. See you later. Update the miner. No thanks. No need. Watch it. If he goes broke or something, he'll be back. Claymore update. Oh, you can imagine. Yeah, but back to the merge mine thing. I don't know if GPUs could actually do merge mining. They can dual mine, but you never know. Maybe they could figure out how to actually, properly merge mine. Now, someone in Discord asked this earlier, and they're like, can a GPU merge mine, yada yada. So you got to know what the difference between dual mining and merge mining is. So dual mining is what we do on GPUs right now. You're finding a memory-based coin as well as a core-based coin, and you're utilizing the complete GPU, both sides, to try and mine 2 separate coins at the same time. Now, merge mining, which you see on like the script miners and stuff with Dogecoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, and so on. Merge mining is mining 2 coins on the same algorithm with the same amount of power and the same amount of hash rate. So it's like dual mining, but you're full power. You're not using any extra power, and you're at full hash rate across both coins. That is merge mining. I don't think GPUs would be able to do that with actually, I don't know. Who knows? I don't think they will, but you never know. Maybe they'll be able to implement something. Now that leads us to another thing in kind of, ASICs versus GPUs and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff inside a GPU that makes it inefficient because it's more geared towards gamers. And that's where we see our ASICs and everything come in, where when they point this thing at an algorithm, they strip out every useless piece of component out of there. And that's why they're so much more efficient when they do find an algorithm they can mine on. But it takes some tweaking and they finally get it done. Now, there are some rumors that, maybe this is what Team Red Miner and LOL Miners kind of been actually more towards Team Red Miner. I think when they've been tweaking, the 5000 series and a lot of AMD GPUs, is maybe they're finding ways to shut parts of that GPU off to make it run much more efficient. We have seen over the years here of them actually, dropping the power on GPUs while mining throughout that by quite a bit. So maybe they're figuring this out. It's kind of the same thing when it comes to the CMP 170s and stuff, I believe. Yes, they have high great memory bandwidth and stuff for that, but they're also doing good on some of the other coins. But it's almost like they're made like a GPU, but like an FPGA at the same time type of operation there. So it's very interesting to see what's going on in the background of things. So I still think there's a lot of potential, maybe through the miner devs or something, to make GPUs a lot more efficient than what they currently are by figuring out what they can turn off for certain coins. But, I think there's a lot of work ahead of it. So it's it's just a lot of rumor and, you know, just theories that's kind of involved in that right now. So I don't know how much truth could actually happen there. But it'll be interesting. Retro Mike says merge mining is submitted the same hash to multiple networks at the same time. Some pools submit on your behalf, which is the only why some pools pay out in Doge and LTC, and some do 10 plus coins. Yeah, like pro hashing, you can mine. You can see it's popping up all the time. You're mining like 3, 4, 5 coins at the same time. All these on like those L3 pluses and stuff. And then you have Litecoin pool. You can't see what they're doing, but they are merge mining with Dogecoin, but they just pay everything out in Litecoin. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, you're mining all these different coins across the same algorithm at the exact same time, firing shares to everything. Where dual mining on a GPU, you're actually loading the DAG on the memory side, the core side, and you're using more of your GPU, and it uses more power in the process. It's not merge mining like you would see on these script miners and stuff, which is cool. It'd be nice if they figured out a way to do that, because that would make things a lot more efficient as well. But I just don't know if they could or not. Hey, Retro Mike, actually, you're like, you dev stuff, make it work. That's Retro Mike. That's your next project. Make merge mining on GPUs a thing. that'd be absolutely awesome. You imagine though? Imagine a merge mining ETH hash. You would legitly mine every ETH if it would support it. Every ETH hash coin at the exact same time. Can you picture that? Imagine with no extra power consumption or anything. That would be pretty sweet. You have enough projects. Yeah, but I think this one was the project that everybody would love. You just imagine though, like seriously, everything ETH hash, boom, I'm mining it all at the same time. Who cares what's more profitable? I'm mining it all right now, same time, add up all the profits together, give them to me. But you imagine, actually, that'd be a bad idea. Very bad idea. Don't do it. Do not do that. You're probably wondering why. Why don't you do that? Think about it. You guys, it's the same thing. It comes back down to, when LOL miner releases, or Mini Z or BZ miner, anyone releases, FLUX, extra 20% hash rate, this extra hash rate. The only people that benefit are the first people for the first couple days. Then, your profits are up a little bit. Everyone then is like, oh, wow, more hash rate. They jump on it. The difficulty adjusts to the level of everybody else, just like with the LHR unlockers, and you're in the exact same boat. So now you're left behind. If you don't update to that miner, you're now making less than you were. And depending on the dev fee, you may be making less across the board, because dev fees usually go up because of the latest feature until everyone else starts matching the same hash rate and stuff. So keep that in mind. So now picture everybody merge mining a single coin on GPU. So ETH hash, for example. Now you're going to take everybody off of Ethereum, off of Pink, off of whatever is all out there on the ETH hash algorithm, and they'll all be merge mining, which means the difficulty will shoot through the roof across every single coin, and it'll all be exactly the same. So, coins that only had 200 gigahash versus some with 8 terahash, we would all now have like 200 and some terahash on them, because everything is pointed at them. So that would actually be a very bad idea to initiate merge mining on a GPU, because it become unprofitable for everybody unless you have free power. So yeah, cancel everything I said on that. That'd be a bad idea. I think, just my 2 cents. Who knows? But you kind of see the point that I'm kind of making there on how that all works. Like, I don't think it would be a good thing. People be like, oh, it's a good thing. Like initially I was like, yeah, that's awesome. That's a good idea. But you think about it, that's a bad thing. You'll be load testing for the next 5 years. Oh yeah, that'd be insane. So, hi, and anyway, any more questions out there, guys? It's been about an hour and 20 minutes. Remember, I just finished saying I got to do a lot of yard work here. So let's see if there's any last couple questions here, and then I'll probably have to wrap this up and get all that stuff done. Give it a few seconds. 102 viewers, 53 likes. Smash that like button, guys. Smash it. Smash it. Oh, yeah. So I just hit the add button. So anybody that has YouTube Premium, you did not get it. You're good to go right now. Where's my... There we go. There we go. Chat broken? Nobody's talking in chat. What's happening? Hello? Am I coming in? Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. That's it. That's it. Oh, I heard somebody. Somebody said something. Hi. Hey, Curtis. What's going on? Automatic beats. Damn ad. What is this? Turning into Twitch? Utter silence. Yeah, just utter silence. Everything just drops. Good stuff. Thanks. Hey, no problem, Tails. Broken. Everything's broken. Thoughts on new version of XMRig? I have not tested yet. So the new version is, let's just run through it right now, right quick, and see what's going on with the new version of XMRig. XMRig, don't GitHub. Let's see what's going on here. So 7 days ago. So let's take a look. So they fixed flash CPU cache. Okay, yeah, Mac. So this is the big one right here. Where is it? Right here. Random X added MSR mod for Zen 4. So that's the Ryzen 7000 series. I was unaware. Like when I tested it, I thought MSR mode enabled, but maybe it didn't. So that means you probably have more hash rates now. So I still got to go back into XMR. I got to retest the 7950X to see if hash rate was boosted. So that's the only thing that really matters to me right now is this added MSR mode for Random X on Zen 4. As for the rest, GCC 12 warnings, added Blake 2 AVX2 version. Yeah, so standard update, fixed a few things, but I think this is a big one, especially for the 7000 series CPU owners, is that MSR mod. So I still have yet to test that. I think I did download it. I just haven't ran it yet. You doing any mining with nodes? What do you mean by mining with nodes? Confirm. What do you mean? Thoughts? Test 1, 2, 3. Looking for coins. Nodes like master nodes. I'm in smart nodes. I'm not in any master nodes. Like obviously I'm in the Raptorium smart nodes, and that's about it. I am mining Dero once in a while through my own node as well. So I got that for a node, but that's about it. That's all I got rolling there. Who else got that Beavis and Butthead reference? Yes. Any coin can mine with 16 megabytes. 16 megabytes of what? L3 and a CPU? You could mine anything. It just won't be able to utilize that. Now, XMR, Dero, and stuff like that will utilize the full CPU there. But something like Ghost Rider, you're only going to be using 8 threads, 4 threads in Haven. But you can mine any coin with that with only 16 megabytes of L3 cache. I'm assuming you're referring to a CPU. Don't you have a Flux Titan node? Oh, yes, I do have a Flux Titan node. That's correct. I do have a Flux Titan node. I forgot about that. I haven't checked on it since whenever I released that video on setting up a Flux Titan node. Actually, no, I did a profitability about a month later. Then I haven't looked at it since. So I don't know how it's doing right now. I could have lost all my coins. I'd have no idea. That's how much I tracked that. All right, so I guess we will wrap this one up. I appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. We'll catch you guys all in the next one. I got a bunch of am I mining Monero? No, currently, no, not at the moment. I'm on Raptorium as well as Dero right now. So that's that. But appreciate for everyone showing up. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.